Hello guys, it's Cody back here with Cody's Journey. This is my vlog for April 11th. This is what was going on the last week. So I am down 2 more pounds. I was pretty close to being down 3 pounds. But you know, meat digestion being what it is, you know, things are a little slow. You know how it goes. Amazingly, I did like a 4-week look at my weight and I've lost like 16 pounds in the last 4 weeks. It didn't seem like I was losing that much or that it was that fast, but like when I look at the graph, it's like, whoa. So yeah, 16 pounds, I ain't gonna complain about that. The calories are hitting me pretty hard though. My average for the last week, I think it was 1,550 calories, something like that. That's a much lower than what I normally shoot for in the 1,800 to 2,000 range. And my workouts are continuing to suffer. Yeah, so when you're starting, weightlifting, it is actually possible to cut calories while at the same time you're building muscle. They call that recomp. But as you get more advanced and you progress farther in your weightlifting, it becomes harder and harder to build new muscle, like actual volume, not strength, but like hypertrophy, while cutting calories. And that's why most people at a certain point, they find they have to actually bulk up and eat more calories than they want to in order to continue to gain muscle. And I'm kind of at that edge, you know, where I'm starting to have diminishing returns lifting while cutting. And the net effect is my workouts are horrible this week. I actually did less reps on bench press, for instance, this week than last week. And I really tried my hardest to do the extra reps. The last 3 reps were like miserable, almost failures. And then the last one, I just couldn't. I got it most of the way up there, but I couldn't lock the elbows. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure something out for that because I do not want to eat more calories. But I still want to gain muscle to make my metabolism go up. That is the plan. Also the DOMS, the delayed onset muscle soreness, tends to hit me a little bit worse and a little bit longer than if I'm eating lots and lots of protein. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make an adjustment there. What else do we got going on? So I did my first full bone-in pork butt picnic roast. It was, I want to say 8.5, 9 pounds. Really inexpensive meat. It was like $1.84 a pound, and it's not actually that hard to prep it. Just, you know, throw a little bit of mustard on it, some salt, some pepper. You know, the hard part is that it took 11.5 hours in the oven before it got up to the 205 Fahrenheit temperature where the collagen starts to break down. It starts to get really nice. That was hard, especially the last 6 hours where I was literally starving. My stomach was growling, which doesn't happen to me very often. And the whole house smelled of heavenly pork. It was an exercise in self-control. But yeah, I got a lot of pulled pork out of that. I've been having it for dinner. The macros aren't great. It works out to something equivalent to like 80-20 ground beef. So, you know, 50 grams of protein of that would have like maybe 35 grams of fat. But still, you know, I have the calories for it, so it works. It was delicious, I might add. Speaking of calories, so it turns out, you know, that me saying it's relatively easy, you know, to lose weight, you know, without starving yourself. Well, I have the benefit of being 6'2" and a man, and I'm fairly muscular underneath all this flab. And talking to my friends who are of the shorter stature and maybe, you know, female, they often have to cut like significantly more. So if somebody's like 5 foot and they're a woman, you know, their TDE might be 1,500 calories. And so their cut might be like 1,200. When you start getting down in the 1,200, you know, 1,000, 1,100 range of calories, those are really small meals, and you really have to be careful that you are not getting hungry in between the meals. So anyway, I'm talking to my friends and trying to understand the complications that come from the lower TDE type diets. And I'm working on a video where I'm going to find solutions to some of these problems, like, you know, adding more bulk to the meals, to try to drive down hunger and drive up satiety, so that those diets are easier for our more smaller statured people to do. So that's something in the works. I'm doing a lot of research for it, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to release that video. What else we got going on? Moringa. So I've been taking the Moringa tablets for a week. It's like horseradish leaf extract. It's supposed to help with like joints and sleep and stuff like that. I have not noticed any difference yet, but I've only been taking it a week. So I'm going to go another week and see if I notice anything from that. I still get a fair amount of joint pain, especially in my knees, when I'm doing my stretches and stuff like that. So that's coming down the line. What else do we got? There was one more exciting bit of news this week. I was going through some old videos and I found something I shot in 2005, back when I bought a bicycle and I was attempting to lose weight by cycling, something that I used to do when I was a teenager. I joined a weight loss forum, and I was going to ride my way to being slim. Well, at the start of this video, I did a weigh-in, so I know exactly how much I weighed in 2005. 559 pounds. And I seemed very excited to be 559 pounds in the video, so I'm guessing that I lost weight to get there. I'm currently at 524. So I am at my lowest weight in 20, maybe 25 years. Another way to think about it is that I have undone 25 years of getting fat with just 1 year of weight loss. That kind of puts it in perspective. 25 years of weight gain undone in a year. I'm excited. Another thing that is in the works is I want to do a workout video for people that are mobility challenged. Talking to some family members that I love very much, and they are on their own weight loss journey, which I'm very excited for them about. They're literally trying to do dumbbells, with the walker. And I was like, that seems like you could fall. Why don't you do what I did and use dumbbells on the edge of your bed? You can do a lot of exercises, either lying in bed or sitting on the edge of the bed. It's very stable, it's very safe. You can get a lot of lower body workout just using a chair, standing up, sitting down, doing it slow and controlled. So I'd like to do a video for people that are mobility challenged, either from age or from injury, or from, being very obese or being very atrophied. Because that's how I got my start. I was literally doing exercises laying in bed. It's little steps, but they add up, and eventually, you too can show the way to the beach. So I'm really excited for that. But other than that, that's all I have for you folks this week. I'm Cody. Thank you very much for watching my channel and watching my video, and you have a great day.